7 weeks before his 17th birthday, Kapil made his first-class debut, taking 6 wickets for 39. By the age of 19, he was playing Test cricket.
Kapil Dev's first series, which was against Pakistan, the Indian slip field was included men like Sunil Gavaskar, and apparently the fervour, the excitement in the slip cordon when Kapil Dev was actually bowling bounces, and these Indian batsmen actually found themselves part of a team that was giving bounces rather than receiving them. I mean, the excitement is something that Sunil Gavaskar talks about today. The excitement that the team felt was mirrored by the whole population, and he became very, very quickly a real celebrity. I mean, I don't think it can be understated what Kapil Dev meant to Indian cricket and the Indian cricket team, because he gave them a spearhead, which they'd never, ever had.
After the first tour of 1978 of Kapil Dev's, everybody in India knew that we had a cricketer, we had a fast bowler who was going to serve the country for 17, 18 years, and he did so.
Against the West Indies in 1978-79, Kapil scored his first Test century.
In 1978 series, he showed all the batsmen that if you attack the West Indian bowlers, they can also crumble, and they did. They wanted to disturb his concentration, the West Indian fast bowlers, but they couldn't do it because he just took the attack to the opposition. He would just hook them and pull them at will.
Within 12 months, Kapil became the youngest and quickest player to take 100 Test wickets and score 1,000 Test runs, beating records set by Graham Mackenzie and Ian Botham.
Kapil Dev's batting is always something that's tended to be overlooked when you look at his performances, purely and simply because he took 434 Test wickets. Generally, people don't look beyond those sorts of figures, but his batting was top class because he scored Test hundreds against the West Indies as well, and that was always a benchmark of the era that Kapil Dev played in.
In January 1980, Kapil Dev took 11 wickets and made 84 runs to steer India to its first series win against Pakistan since the early 50s.
You know, there was a series in Pakistan a little before that. And when all of a sudden India used to be 6 wickets down, and we thought, you know, normally the 3 spinners came on, they were great bowlers, but they weren't great batsmen. And suddenly here was this man who was taking on the opposition fast bowling. And the amount he grew between that first series and this Test match where he took 11 wickets and scored runs very quickly, it was astonishing. I don't think I've seen anyone grow in 10 or 12 months as much as Kapil Dev did in that period. And all of a sudden we said, wow, you know, we've got someone who can knock the ball a long way. If you lose 5 wickets, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world.
In the third Test against Australia the following season, Kapil demonstrated not just his talent, but also his sheer courage, taking 5 for 28, while hampered by injury.
There's a neck, and there's a huge appeal, and he's given him out, he's gone. Dyson caught behind of the bowling of Kapil Dev, and the Indians have broken through.
He had a major injury in his thigh, in his hamstring, but he went on to get 5 wickets and win the Test match for India. So that speaks volumes for Kapil Dev. I mean, that was his quality, and that is why he was the greatest, one of the greatest all-rounders the world has ever seen.
He played to win. He always believed in his ability. He always thought that till it was lost, it could be won. That was again a shift in thinking. Before that, a draw was always a victory. If you drew it first and then decided to win. But Kapil Dev brought that thinking into Indian cricket, where you could dare to win.
In 1982, when India travelled to England, the series was promoted as the battle between the world's 2 greatest all-rounders.
Comparing Kapil Dev and Ian Botham is a difficult task, even though they played in the same era, an era which included other all-rounders, great players like Imran Khan and Richard Hadley.
I think the summer of '82 was a summer of very good cricket here in England. And it was almost as if there was a bit of one-upmanship going on, and Kapil was scoring runs and taking wickets, and Botham would reply. And that's the kind of competition I think that Test cricket or any form of cricket really thrives on, where you're playing for your country, but you're almost sending a message out with every innings that you're playing. Listen, you might be Ian Botham, but I can play as well. And then Botham, of course, comes out and shows why he's such a great cricketer himself. So it was a fantastic time to be watching and following cricket.
The first scores I would look at were if Pakistan were playing, what's Simi done? If India, what's Kep's done? And what's Paddle's done down in New Zealand? Those are the first, you always look at those. And I'm sure they did the same with me. Oh, I've got him there today, 5, he only got 3. You know, that's how it was. Or, you know, he's got 100. Oh, right, I'm just going to pull the finger out today. And, you know, that's how it was. You know, it's great.
Kapil enjoyed great success on the 1982 tour. He became Indian captain and within a year would lead his country to their greatest ever cricketing triumph.